Hey everybody, so I don't know if you guys are like me, but I've been going to a ton of barbecues lately and I love to bring something to each barbecue, and I just love to bring a lot of times like a cold salad no matter what we're having at the barbecue. Just cold salads always go good with the food. And so today I have just a few healthy cold recipe salads that you can bring to your next barbecue that you're invited to, or you can have, we're also, because I'm going to be making so many of these today, we're basically just going to have these as our sides for dinner this week. And one of them actually is going to be our dinner this week because it just has meat and everything in it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. This first salad that I'm going to be making today is a black bean corn salad. It kind of has a little Mexican flavor to it. It is absolutely delicious. What you're going to want is you're going to want 2 cans of black beans. I've already rinsed and drained my black beans here. This is 2 cans. You can, of course, cook, like if you have black beans that you have already cooked, obviously those would work as well, like from the dry bean. And to that, you're going to want, you can use a can of corn if you want. You can use like fresh corn. Like this is about 3 ears of fresh corn. This actually is from my garden from last year. But you can use frozen corn, whatever you have on hand or whatever you think is the easiest for you. That's what you can use. And then to that, I'm just going to dice up a red bell pepper. And then I have, this is a pretty big purple onion, so I'm not going to use this whole thing. I am probably going to just use half of it. If it's a small red onion, I would go ahead and use the whole thing, but this one's pretty big, so I'm probably going to use half of this one. And then next, you're gonna want like a 1/3 cup of salsa. I already like took salsa. Oh my goodness, I can't talk today. Cilantro. I already took the leaves off of the stems, and you're just gonna give that a rough chop. And then next, we're going to make our dressing. So what you're gonna wanna do for the dressing is you're just gonna want a 1/3 cup of olive oil. And then to that olive oil, we're going to add the juice of a lime. If you don't have fresh lime, you could use like lemon, lemon in the lime glasses. And then once you have that all squeezed out, we are going to add 2 teaspoons of honey, and I actually have my honey in a water bath on the stove because it was starting to get all crystallized, so I'm gonna go grab that real quick. So I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of honey. And then that's kind of hot, so I don't want to sit on the counter. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin. And also I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of the onion powder. Oops. Oh man, that almost was a disaster. That would have been, oh, with the honey and the oil. Oh my goodness, I am so thankful that that did not tip over. And then I'm just gonna salt this a little bit as well. I'm probably just adding like a half a teaspoon of salt to that. And then I'm gonna give it a really good stir. And all I'm gonna do once this is all mixed up is I'm just gonna dump it over this salad here and just give it a really good mix. Mix all those flavors together. And that's it. That's all you do. This next salad that we're going to be making is a broccoli blueberry salad. And you're going to want to start. I have a large apple. You can use whatever apples you like. This. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I am going, because we are not going to eat this right away, so I need to grab a fork. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just going to put some lemon juice on those apples just so they don't brown. Just kind of toss that all around. If you have the lemon juice in the jar, I would just use like a tablespoon on that, just so it doesn't brown. And then to that, I am going to add, I have 1 cup of blueberries. I'm gonna go ahead and toss those in. And then I had already chopped up my broccoli because I wanted to measure it out for you guys so I could give you a good estimate of how much broccoli to chop. So, because I just eyeball it, but that was 1 cup, 2, 3. So I have about 5 cups of broccoli in this salad here. And then to that, I'm just gonna add, I have that half of onion from our previous salad. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna chop that up. And it's, like I said, it fits a small, this is a pretty big purple onion, but if you have a small one, you'll want to use the whole thing. But this is pretty big. Probably want like a quarter of a cup. And you just toss that in there. And then to that, I am going to add some pumpkin seeds. You could use sunflower seeds if you have them. If you don't have either of them, it's fine without them as well. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds. And then I'm also going to add half a cup of raisins to this. Wow, those are really hard to get out of there. And that's it for the food part. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make our dressing. I'm just gonna use this jar here for our dressing. And how I'm gonna make the dressing, you're gonna want 1 cup of yogurt. This is my homemade yogurt here. You're going to want to go ahead and have 1 cup of yogurt. And then to that, you are going to want to add honey. And we are going to want a quarter cup of honey. I'm going to see if I can, yeah. And then I'm going to use that other half of the lemon. going to just squeeze that lemon juice into our dressing here. Again, you can just use the lemon juice if you have it in the bottle, and I would do like 1 tablespoon. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to add 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. And that's it. That is the dressing. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mix this up. That yogurt, you're gonna want a plain, like Greek style yogurt. And then you just add this to the salad. And then you just give it a good stir. Mix that all up. Should have grabbed a bigger bowl. This next salad that I'm going to make is a mango chicken curry salad, and this actually is going to be one of our dinners this week. This also could be a meal prep if you wanted it to be. Like, you could make this salad and then divvy it up into different containers for like lunches or something throughout the week. But how we're going to get started is we are going to start cooking some chicken. So I will show you how I'm going to cook the chicken for this salad. So I just have a pot of water just starting to get warm here, I guess. And I have 4 chicken breasts over here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put the chicken breasts into the water here. And I am going to just cook the chicken in the water until the chicken is fully cooked. I will probably just use like my meat thermometer and make sure that all that chicken reaches a temperature of 165. And then you will want the chicken, you'll want to like take the chicken out and put it on a plate and let it cool completely in your fridge. And while this is cooking, it'll probably take, I would think, like 10 to 15 minutes to like, I'm going to bring this up to a boil and then I'm going to simmer it probably for like 10 or 15 minutes and then I'll check it. But while this is cooking, I am going to go ahead and start chopping and putting the other salad things together. So what you're going to need for this salad is, I'm going to start with, I have like 2.5 ribs of celery here, and I just threw in this half because these are pretty small. If your ribs of celery are pretty big, you're gonna want just 2 of them. So cut that piece off, that didn't look good. So I'm just gonna chop those up and start adding them to our bowl over here. And then to that, I have 3 green onions here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chop those and add them to the celery. And then I have 2 mangoes here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chop these up and add them to the bowl as well. I know I'm slaughtering this. Oh my goodness. This is why I buy frozen mangoes. I had someone comment about how to chop a mango, but man, I'm not doing a good job. forgot what she said. All right, I saved you guys from watching the disaster of me chopping up the 2 mangoes, but I did it. I got them in there. Next, you're just gonna want some fresh parsley and cilantro. I just have a couple tablespoons each, and you're just gonna go ahead and give those a rough chop and add them to the bowl with the other ingredients over here. So our chicken is all done cooking and it's cooled completely. You want to make sure that in the inside there's no heat at all. You want it, all of the chicken cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just chop this chicken up into bite-sized pieces that are just easy for a fork. All right, so I got our chicken all chopped here, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add that to the bowl with the mango and the celery and onion. And then we're going to make our dressing. So how we're gonna make this dressing is you're going to need a mayo. I'm going to be using this mayo, this Follow Your Heart brand. I like this mayo because it uses expeller pressed oils versus like your regular soybean oil. But you're going to need a cup of whatever mayo you guys like to use. Go ahead and add that to your bowl. And then you're going to want a lemon. And you're just going to want the juice of a lemon. If you are using the lemon in the bottle, you're going to just want probably about 3 tablespoons of lemon. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to juice this lemon here. Try to get those seeds out because I don't want any seeds in my dressing. I had a couple fall in, I gotta grab them real quick. And then you're just gonna want a tablespoon of curry powder. I didn't grab a tablespoon. Let me grab a tablespoon real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add that to the mayo and the lemon. And you're just gonna give it a really good mix until everything is combined. And then once everything is combined, you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna put it in the big bowl, the chicken. And then you're just gonna stir everything up together until everything is really combined. Well, there you have it, guys. There are 3 summer salads that you guys can either enjoy as dinners, enjoy as sides, or bring to your next barbecue that you guys are invited to. I think our favorite one is probably the mango curry chicken salad. My kids are already trying to eat it all. So I don't even know if it's gonna last for dinner, but thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.